Hey everyone, Barbara here, Jewelry Pirate. I'm back now to do the ending part as far as putting the bracelet together. This video shouldn't be too long. Okay, we already went over the tools, and so now what we're going to do is just put the bracelet together. I have everything laid out here. I have my wire with my nippers, my crimp covers with my flat nose pliers, the beads, all the wire things and the tools I'm going to use for that, and the crimping tool. One thing I forgot to tell you in the first video is you should always have a good beading mat. You don't want something like what I have underneath here that things can get hidden on. A nice beading mat will keep all your stuff from rolling all over the floor. The only time you have a chance of that happening is once you put it in your hands. Okay, so let's start this. Now we're going to cut our, what I like about this bead-along too is that wire is that they have these plastic things on here that hold your wire from coming undone. Now I like to cut, let's see here. I'm going to cut a little bit over 12 inches. It's better to have a little extra than to not have enough. There's the wire. Let's put this thing back on. I hope you guys are all having a great day. Sun's out here. Tomorrow I have to go to the doctor's. It's like all I do. Tomorrow's mammogram day. Last week was my follow-up of my primary, and then I had an appointment on Friday with my radiation oncologist. So I was going to do this bracelet when I came back from doing all that. But when I got back, I had to go pick a prescription up, and it was the first time that I actually drove my car. And I went and got the prescription, and I went to the dollar store. And I'm wearing a mask again because the thing is a little high here. So I wasn't taking a chance. So I came back, and by the time I got back, I was just like too done. Okay, so what we're going to do first, we got to get this to go like this, and we're going to put one of these wire guards on there. Okay, so it's hard with these nails. Okay, so now I got it here. I'm going to bring this around and put this through here. And you just got to forgive me because my nails are a pain in the butt. It's coming to the point where it's going to be cut them and start over again. Okay. So now I want to take some of this and shorten it a little bit. All right, so there is our wire guard. All right, now it's only going to be set in stone once I put the crimp bead on it. So we're going to do that next. I'm going to take one of these crimp beads. When I do this, I take a bunch out because we're going to have the same problem. Okay, now we want to pull this so it's out a little bit longer. And we're going to put so that it's on both wires. And we're going to push that right up to the, if you can see, I pushed that right up to the wire guard. Okay, now we're going to use our crimp tool. This is hard to show, but I'm going to do my best. Now, it's very important. I can't stress to you how important it is that when you put this together, that you have the two wires side by side. I'm going to go into the first loop, push that up, make sure they're side by side, and I'm going to squeeze it. All right. And we're going to take that and go into the first. And we're going to crimp that over. Check it, make sure it's good. It's not going to come off. And this is not good. All right, so we got to do this again. Sorry about that. I make sure that it's very strong before I go to the next step. I'm shaking today. Why? I don't know. Okay. Again, we want to make sure we don't use that. Okay. Let's try this one more time. Okay. Again, get your wires so that they're side by side. Okay. So all I can show you is how that now is folded up so that both ends are in there. So the final thing we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of glue. If I can get this open. No, we're going to have to use this. Okay, I managed to get this one open. So we're going to take this, and we're going to take a little bit of tooth with a toothpick. Okay. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on that crimp bead. Okay. Put this to the side. And we're going to take one of the crimp beads. Whenever I made jewelry, I never had any fingernails, so none of this was a problem. And we take that, and right in there is where the crimp bead is. And we're going to take the flat nose pliers, and we're going to close that right up. So, grab any excess glue. Okay, so we have that. All right. And next we're going to take a jump ring. Now, jump rings, you don't pull them apart. You take, and you're going to go with this one away from myself and with this one here towards me to open it. All right. We're going to put this in here, and we're going to repeat the exact same motion that we did when we did the thing originally. So this one's going to go towards me now, and the other one's going to go away from me. Okay, we got the jump ring on there. All right, and the final thing that I want to do, because it's going to add some weight, is I'm going to take and open this up and just put this on here. All right, so we have the guard and a jump ring. And the wire is exposed here, but on the inside it has the metal. Crimp bead, glued in nice and tight. Next part is to string all the beads. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple on, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with these. Put a couple on, and then I'm going to stop it, get them all on, and come back and fix the other end, finish the other end up for you. Okay, so there's the first bead. I'm going to put the second bead on. All right, there's a double wire here, so I want to get this into the wire. Okay, so there's 2 beads on. Let me set that down, and let me string the rest of these beads, and then we'll come back. Okay, so the first thing that you have to do this time is you have to put your crimp bead on. Okay, because then you're going to put your wire thing on and go back and go through. So we got the crimp bead on there. Let's grab one of these wire guards. Let's hope everything goes well this time. This is going to look so much better now that it's going to be on a wire. Come on. Jeez. I got glasses on and everything. Okay, so there's one side, and now it's easier getting in the other way. Now, you don't want to make this totally tight. You got to get it through. Bring it down, and then we have to go through the crimp bead. I want to do this out here so I can see that I'm getting everything in where it's supposed to go. Now remember, I'm not perfect, but when I get done, this is not going to come apart. Okay, so I have that on there, and like I said, you want it to be a little loose. You don't want wire showing, but you need to have a little bit of play in the bracelet. Make sure that the wire comes all the way down. Okay, now we're going to use our crimp. Okay, so you've got the one wire in one side and the other wire in the other side. We're going to flip them on top of one another. Hang on. There we go. All right, so you can see that that's nice and tight. We're going to take this, we want to get this out of the way, and we're going to put this through 2 beads. It's amazing, the dogs are being real quiet today. Okay, and then we're going to do what we did on the other side. We're going to get a little bit of this goopity-doo glue. And then we're going to put that right there on both sides. Get our crimp bead cover, and we're going to put that to close that up. And then we're going to cut that wire. And we have one more thing to do is put our jump ring on and close up our clasp. So again, we have to open it. I think this one's open a little bit more. Again, and we're going to close it. You want to line them right up with one another so that they're even, just like that. Okay. Now, what we have to do is take the end of this and put that in there. See that? And then we're going to take our bent nose pliers and we're just bending that in. Okay, and like what I like to do is once this is done, is I just like to open it and let it sit here for a while until it's dry. Got a big gob of glue here. Let me get rid of that. Okay, so that was that. I know I didn't do the best of job, but I mean, I showed you the tools, and this is now all finished and completed. And then down here, see there's looseness in here, and that's what you want. You want a little bit of looseness, because if it's too tight, it's not going to lay nice. See how nice this lays? So all that's left for me to do now is to take and put my things back in the jar and put my tools away. And if you have any questions, don't be afraid to send me a text. And like I said, when I redo these things for people, I don't use any garbage. I use all good quality merchandise. Don't forget, if you're a jewelry maker and you haven't used Fire Mountain Gems so far, just look them up on your phone and request a free catalog. They'll gladly send it to you, and it comes pretty fast. Like I said, most of the tools that I got here, except for the Martha Stewart, and this particular flat nose plier here, can be gotten in your local Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Walmart has some stuff, but they don't have. I don't like to use any of the stuff that comes in a kit. The stuff that comes in a kit is in a kit. It's cheaply made. You're better off buying a good tool to start off with. Like I said, these I've been using for so long. Like these have all sparklies in them. You can barely see the sparklies in them because they're so used. These last a certain amount of time, and then the wire here gets all kind of funky. And eventually if you're doing a lot of work, it goes down. But you should, and then I have these also in, these are light duty, but they've gotten heavy duty out of them. I also have heavy duties of these tools, but I find that my hands hurt less when I use these ones here than when I use the bigger tools. So, and that's it. So I hope that this was helpful. Like I said, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to send me a text. If you send me an email, I don't know, how often. I don't go in there every day and look at my emails. So, okay, I got to get done so I can turn around and I can put up a video with some jewelry in it for you guys, because I know you're going to want to see something like that. And you're getting flooded today. So, look how pretty that is. I hope you like it, Ellen. I hope you enjoy it once it gets back to you with all your other goodies that you got coming. Okay. Thank you, guys. Love you, all of you. And I'll see you really soon with a video with some nice jewelry in it. Bye-bye.